Even if I'm not a broadcaster, I'm with you today because I found my voice and I'm able to tell everyone, especially women over 40 who are professionals and have that self doubt about themselves, to really dig deep and understand themselves and be able to be empowered, redefine their success, review my lifestyle, and be able to recover from that is understanding the source of my issues. I always had self doubt. I always felt that everybody else was better than me. Once I labeled that, then I was able to identify what I could do about it. I'd like to share with you the 5 types of imposter syndrome. You may have heard that term over the past 5-10 years, but have you really understood what that was? The first type is the perfectionist. I had always tried to be perfect, that if it wasn't the first time, then I'd consider myself a failure. I always had to see that everything was in the right place and everything was structured. And if things fell out of place, then it was my fault. The second type is the expert. This is where we try to chase titles or validate yourself through those titles. In the corporate space, I was trying to get promoted. And once I got promoted, instead of celebrating myself, I was on to the next goal of getting to the next level and the next level and the next level. And it became exhausting because I never really celebrated myself. I never really celebrated my wins. The gifted one, or the natural genius, is another type where we have things that we are very good at naturally. And if there are challenges that we face that are not easily solvable, we end up thinking that we're failures because of the fact that we didn't know things. The fourth type is the soloist. How many of us have been told you got to try to do it on your own? You got to be independent. You got to figure it out on your own. And especially as children going through the school systems and with our society, if you're not doing things on your own, then you're a failure as well. I never asked for help because asking for help is a sign of weakness. That was what I was taught as a child. The last one is the superhero. How many of us want to be everything to everyone? I tried doing that and there comes a point where it's going to fall apart. How many of us so many times try to juggle so many things, keep the balls up in the air, keep the plate spinning, and then in the meantime, you're the one suffering because you're running on that adrenaline and you're running on that vision of people pleasing. Also comes into play with imposter syndrome. I heard a lot of speakers talk about how they were a people pleaser. That's